Hey you guys, Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. Now I recently picked up the Metabo HPT. This is their subcompact. I believe it's the newer version of their subcompact Impact, and it's currently on sale right now on Amazon for just $79. Now it's a pretty crazy deal. You get the full lifetime warranty, but not only that, it's also eligible for their free battery promotion. So you actually get the multi-volt battery, and not this multi-volt battery, but you get the larger 4 amp hour multi-volt battery for free. All you gotta do is fill out the form online, they'll send it to you for free, no big deal. So it's a pretty wild deal. I kind of almost bought it just for that battery alone, but I said, you know what, hey, let me try out this new, Impact from Metabo. It's not the triple hammer, it's just a regular 2-hammer Impact. And it's actually pretty cool because it comes with 2 of their 1.5 amp hour batteries and a charger, also a hard case as well too. So it's a pretty wild deal actually for what you get for just $79. And this is the model number WH18DDX. So got the usual lifetime warranty from Metabo. One thing I found about this impact driver though is it's super comfortable out of the box. I like how just easy it is to use. Feels really good in the hand, really well balanced. Really big fan of their grips on here. It's got a really nice feel in the hand. Reminds me of a lot of the Makita impact drivers. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Metabo's triple hammer impacts. I feel like they're very similar to something like the oil impacts, like the Milwaukee Surge I have behind me. But it doesn't feel like it has a lot of power when I'm driving larger fasteners. And I often do drive, 4 or 5 inch long stuff, and it feels like it kind of just doesn't want to push them in, where all the 2-hammer stuff seems to have no problem doing that. So I decided to give the Metabo a try with just a 2-hammer, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to put this to the test against some other impacts that you see behind me, but it's kind of a tricky test because nothing really comes close to the value you get with the Metabo kit. Nothing has the same same length of warranty as the Metabo, and Metabo is pretty much the cheapest one here. The DeWalt is pretty close at around, I think you can find this impact for around 120 bucks with 2 batteries and a charger, retail, but that's gonna be the closest. This is the Makita XDT13, a little bit older impact, and then of course I got the Milwaukee Surge. All of these impacts behind me you can find, on eBay, pawn shops, used on Facebook Marketplace for around the same price as the Metabo. But the Metabo is currently only 79 bucks on Amazon, and it's a pretty wild deal that you get, 2 batteries, a charger, the hard case, and you can do the free battery promotion as well too. So it's a pretty cool deal, and let's get the testing underway. I want to see how it does against these 3 other impacts that are, of course, more expensive. This one, of course, is going to be just a 12-volt impact, and I am running 5 amp hour batteries on everything here. This is the multi-volt battery. It's a 2.5, but in 18-volt, it runs at 5 amp hour. So that's what we're going to do here. Let's get the testing underway. All right, so I've got some big lag bolts here. Now I'm gonna see just how fast these can drive them in, and if they can't finish them, we'll just see who kind of gets the farthest in the shortest amount of time. So of course I've got the DeWalt DCF 801. This is their extreme brushless 12 volt. Got a 5 amp hour that is fully charged. I've got the Metabo right away. We're gonna start off with that, and that is also fully charged. So let's see who can do it better. 3, 2, 1. All right, got just under 3 inches for the Metabo, and just a little bit over 3 inches for the DeWalt. So I would say the Metabo would take that one. Of course, remember, this is a 18-volt tool versus the DeWalt, which is a 12-volt tool. So not too bad from DeWalt there. All right, well, so let's set this up with the Milwaukee Surge. All right, so I'm going to do the Milwaukee Surge, M18 Fuel Surge, versus the Makita. This is the XDT13 Makita. Both, of course, are brushless. Got fully charged 5 amp hour batteries on each one. Just want to make sure I'm in speed 3 on the Milwaukee. And let's see who can do it better. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's repeat that test one more time with the Milwaukee and the Makita. Let's see how well they do here. 3, 2, 1. The Makita XDT13 just had a bit more power there. So, of course, the Metabo gave out here, but I'm kind of curious to see how well it'll do against the Makita. There is quite the price difference here, so let's take these bolts out and try it one more time with the Metabo versus the Makita. All right, so let's try the Metabo versus the Makita here. 3, 2, 1. All right, also want to check the weights of these tools. Let's check the weights with the batteries and without the batteries, and we'll see how well they do. So I'm kind of going to guess maybe the DeWalt's going to be the lightest, but let's find out. So 2 pounds, 10.2 ounces with a 5 amp hour battery. 3 pounds, 7.1 ounces with a 5 amp hour battery. 3 pounds, 14 ounces. So we'll keep them in order of weight here. 3 pounds, 4.6 ounces. Let me double check that with the Makita. So yeah, just slightly lighter than the Makita. So that brings our DeWalt in at the lightest. Metabo is the second lightest, Makita, and then finally Milwaukee with the heaviest. Of course, with the oil impact, that doesn't surprise me, then it'd be a little bit heavier. Let's see without the batteries now, see if that will make a difference at all in these rankings. 1 pound, 11.8 ounces. 1 pound, 12 ounces. So just a little bit heavier than that DeWalt, but not by a huge amount. 2 pounds. Looks like 2 pounds, 0.4 ounces there. Pretty light. And I'm guessing the Milwaukee will still be the heaviest here. Yeah, 2 pounds, 4.3 ounces. Let me double check the Makita. Yep, just a little bit heavier than the Makita still. So we look at overall weight and we look at the weight with the battery. Metabo is kind of right next to the DeWalt 12 volt when it comes to all this stuff. So of course, when you're looking for a subcompact tool, you're kind of going to be crossing that line between, say, a 12 volt tool and an 18 volt tool. You're trying to get the power of an 18 volt tool while keeping the compact size of a 12 volt tool. Let's see here the length as well. So I'm kind of curious to see how this kind of fares up against that Makita, because that Makita is pretty small. So if we go overall length on that Metabo, about 5 1/4 there on the Metabo. I know the DeWalt is probably going to be our shortest one here, basically just about 5. Puts our DeWalt at easily the shortest. That Makita is right about 5'2", pretty close to the DeWalt. And that Milwaukee is right at 5'2", so that actually puts the Metabo at probably the longest impact driver out of all of these right here. Yep, definitely taller than the Milwaukee there. Definitely the Makita, it's taller than. And definitely the DeWalt a little bit taller there. So overall, you're not going to get a lot of features in this Metabo. You don't have a quick insert collet like you do with every other impact driver here. You have to, of course, put it in. Every impact driver here has that quick insert. I'm not a fan of this light here. It kind of seems out of place. I wish they had it right here like they have on most impact drivers. But it works fine. And when you're getting this budget of a tool, it's something you can't really complain about. There isn't any features on this. Settings on this when you compare it to the other ones. Also, the Makita doesn't have any settings as well either. It's just going to be a variable speed trigger. I like the settings on the Milwaukee and the DeWalt. Both are very useful. But however, though, there's a lot of good stuff about this Metabo. I do like this double hammer in here versus the triple hammer. Not a huge fan of the triple hammer stuff myself personally, but the Metabo double hammer stuff I think is just fantastic. This overall is a fantastic impact driver. 79 bucks right now for 2 batteries and a kit on Amazon. Plus you get a free multi-volt battery. Just an unbeatable value. When you also compare that with Metabo's basically lifetime warranty. Remember the lifetime warranty, it's not infinite. It's as long as they have parts for the tool, they will repair it. That's the warranty, guys. It's not, infinite lifetime like you think of with most tools, but it's just so they have the parts to repair this thing. Now, I do think this tool is one of the best balanced in the hand compared to a lot of these. For me, the Milwaukees always kind of seem heavy in the head there, and some of the DeWalts, they seem to be a little bit rougher when they come to impacts, in my opinion. But when it comes to the Metabo, this thing is silky smooth, very similar to the Makita, if I had to guess which one it was closest to. However, the Makitas can get a little pricey, especially with some of their, their newer stuff. Gets up there in price pretty quick. However, the Metabo, I would say it's like the rigid of the kind of the Japanese tool brands there, where Makita kind of is that Milwaukee kind of top end, where Metabo is kind of in that middle ground, maybe lower top end there. So definitely pretty cool to see Metabo really pulling out with this impact driver. They also make a drill as well too, and I think it's even cheaper on Amazon right now. I think it's like 77 bucks in the kit, and I'll put those links in the description below. Definitely worth checking out, guys. Overall, really impressed with some of the Metabo stuff. They don't have a huge line here in the US. They're called Hikoki in most of the other world. I really wish we had, they just did Hikoki everywhere. I'm not really a fan of the Metabo HPT thing. It's a little confusing because, of course, there is the German-made Metabo, and that is different than Metabo HPT. As well as, if you look at some of the Metabo line they have in the rest of the world, it's just huge. It's very similar to a lot of the Makita stuff. I mean, they've got chainsaws, they got string trimmers, they've got tons of stuff. I wish we had some more of that stuff here in the US. Metabo's warranty is fantastic. The pricing on the tools is awesome. It's way better than anything you're going to see from DeWalt, Makita, or Milwaukee when it comes to pricing. As well as some of the crazy stuff they do. They've had some crazy sales, and they've just had some crazy deals, especially this battery rebate right now is pretty awesome. I actually bought a pin nailer, and I bought this tool just to pick up 2 more extra batteries from that battery rebate. I did need a pin nailer. I'm going to do a review on that soon. I know I did an unboxing video not too long ago. But definitely worth checking out, guys. While that rebate is still active, I think it ends sometime in September, maybe end of September. I'll post a link to that in the description below as well too, guys. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about Metabo. If you have this impact driver, let me know what you think about it. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care.